Welcome back to another episode of the Caffeinated Weebs Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Shy095.
I'm Danbyytv.
And tonight, we got a little Christmas special going on. I don't think we really did one last year. I know we did like a New Year's thing, but we didn't do a Christmas one.
I think we took Christmas off last year and then we did New Year's. So I think, are we doing Christmas this year and taking New Year's off?
I think we're just planning on, I don't know, I think we're planning on doing the gaming thing like we did last year.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun doing that last year.
Although we should probably find a different game instead of Smash.
Yeah, we should.
Since
we all want to have a chance at winning too.
Some people were crying about how I kept on winning.
No, see, you were winning at first, but then you started letting everybody win.
Anyways, we're going to be talking about some basically traditions that we have here, and then the main ones that we found that take place over in Japan. So yeah, do you want to go ahead and start out with some things that y'all do?
Yeah, I can. I know most people do. Well, do you? Okay, let me ask this: do you have like any standard traditions that are done in the U.S.? Like Christmas dinner?
We do that on Christmas Eve typically.
I'll let you start then, because mine's different from yours. So we'll probably start with...
Well,
at least what you do for dinner.
Okay. Well, it's basically depending on like how big the group is going to be, because it's typically me, my siblings, and my mother and my grandfather. So we'll do like a whole bring something to the dinner type thing.
Oh, kind of like a potluck?
I don't know what it is, but my sister... Kind of, yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
And I don't know what it is, but my sister's starting to bring seafood and sushi and shit. I don't get it. Whatever.
But she knows her brother's a weeb.
It's typically like ham, stuffing, a lot of the same stuff as like Thanksgiving, basically.
So do you guys do a turkey as well?
Sometimes. This year we didn't. Because, in all honesty, we're very pro-ham family.
Really? It's funny because I always see people that are like, "Oh, we'll do the turkey. We usually skip the ham." Like I personally like turkey and ham. Of course, I'm a big guy, so. But we usually, if we skip anything, it's usually the ham, and I'm like, dude, you need the ham because then the next day you have ham and eggs for breakfast.
Or you just make ham sandwiches.
Turkey
that sounds
sandwiches.
Good. But other than that, like, so at least in my household, my parents are divorced, so it's like Christmas over here, then Christmas over there. Mm-hmm. But one thing that we do differently is just like, so we'll have Christmas, like opening gifts and everything at my mother's, and then the next day we go through all the different houses we need to go to, like my grandfather's house for Christmas breakfast, and then my dad's for Christmas lunch, and gifts over there. That's basically it. I know that some people will typically go to church and such for Christmas as well. We used to, but not anymore. But don't know really what else to say about that.
Oh, you're good, dude. So we usually have like a gathering of like the immediate family. So it's usually like my sister, we'll all like her husband, her son. This year we actually invited a few friends, but we'll usually have tamales for dinner. With my mom makes bean dip every year, and like I know it's like fucking bean dip. What the fuck? Like yeah, she makes this bean dip, but it's like it always goes over well. And like she, whenever she has like a potluck or something around Christmas time, she takes the bean dip. It's always gone when she comes home because everybody eats it. Like anytime anybody finds out she's making bean dip, she's there immediately. Hey, can we get some? That it's either the bean dip or the tamales, because we make the tamales homemade every year. Like prior to like right around like once December hits, we'll start buying all the stuff for tamales, and then when it gets closer, we make a whole bunch of tamales, and then we freeze some. I mean, dude, I fucking love tamales.
Bro, so I work at a grocery store, right? You know that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had people literally like 2 days, 3 days out from Christmas trying to go in and get the masa for tamales and everything. Bro, are you fucking dumb? Like,
I'm
you're trying to get this
surprised.
stuff now?
For real.
Like, we only have like the janky off brand. Even then, that's not the good stuff. You don't want that.
Oh, no. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, we usually have masa on hand anyway. Like no shit. Like, we keep that shit stock all around, all year round, because there's other stuff we make with it. So we always have it. I've gotten actually to
Yeah.
the point where, because there's so many of like the tortilla companies that we would normally get our tortillas from, that are going out of business, or they're always sold out, because like, you know, people buy that shit up ever since, like, you know, the pandemic. So we actually got a tortilla press, and we started figuring out how to make our own
Well,
tortillas.
yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you, it is so much better. It tastes so fucking good in comparison. And like, we had we made what was it? Arrachera, which is like, it's like a sweet yet
One more time.
salty meat. Arrachera. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. I apologize. Like, honestly, long story short, for my mom's
Achiote?
birthday. What?
Achiote?
No. Arrachera.
No.
Oh, that's how it's spelled on the bottle. Well, that's all I fucking know. It's weird how dude, long story short, so for my mom's birthday one year, she's like, I want to go to the park. I just want us all to go for a walk. And like, my dad couldn't do much walking, so he, you know, we had him on a in his wheelchair. We were walking around, and we went to the picnic area, and we just sat down and we were talking, and there were people there that were having a cookout, and I forgive me for laughing. It was just kind of like crazy how it happened. We adopted a cookout that day. There were the wives were sitting there. They were cooking. They were watching the food while the husbands were like throwing the football back and forth. And I guess one of the husbands fell, and he said all you heard was a loud pop, and he broke his thumb. And we were up the road from the ER. And so they're like, we need to get him to the ER. You know, there's stuff cooking on the grill over here. You can have it. And we're like, okay. like we weren't trying to be mean or anything. It was just like, oh, you know, we don't want the food to go to waste. Don't worry. We'll take care of it. And they left us the seasoning. And ever since then, and it's pretty much, you season skirt steak. And it's really, and like, we cook it like rare. So it's like really juicy with it. And then we like,
Oh, yeah.
we pour lime over it. Oh, dude. And then we chop
You
it
like a
finely.
little bit of blood in yours, yeah.
Exactly. You chop it finely, dude. Put that with cojita on it, or cotija. Fucking good, dude. That's like Mexican Parmesan cheese.
Yeah, and I just looked up the arrachera, and I've never heard of that yet.
Yeah, dude. We have we have a specific brand we get, which is funny because it's actually made here in Illinois. But it's El Matador. It's really good though.
I was like, I've never heard of it. Like, I've never seen anything for it, even through all the different sections and all that. And like, we have a whole like a dead ass brand of just Mexican like product.
Bro, I swear to God, when we do the cookout that we've been talking about, like, I'll make it for you. Trust me. After that, you'll want to find it. Right. It's good. But anyways, right. I'm sorry to sidetrack on that. So we usually have tamales. My mom makes bean dip. We have it with like, my mom gets these big boxes of like tortilla chips, and they're really good. And like, we have that with the bean dip. The bean dip never lasts like past Christmas ever, unless my mom makes extra and like puts it away, and then we have some at home. And then my dad, when I was a kid, started a tradition that we kind of held to this day, and that's we'll get like the conchas, which I don't know if you've had that before. That's like the bread with like the colored like compressed sugar on top of it.
Oh,
Conchas.
Isn't that like pan dulces or something like that?
No, it's conchas. It's literally like.
What am I thinking of?
There's some that are similar to it. That's a lot flatter, but these are like really like puffed up.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but we usually get like these big ones, and then we'll have like Mexican hot chocolate with it.
Okay.
But we'll have that in the evenings and whatnot. And I guess I found out like I guess we're one of the few countries that open our gifts on Christmas. Like, I was finding out that most countries open it on Christmas Eve. Which, I want to get into that about Japan, too, by the way. That's kind of funny. I'm guessing they're newer.
We were both right, I want you to know.
What's that? Is it both?
Conchas and Mexican pandulce. Pandulus?
Pan dulce?
Pan dulce, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. Pan dulce just means sugar bread. Conchas is the type
We're
of...
both right, kind of.
Yeah, I used to refer to it as pan dulce, but then like I found out that specific one is called conchas, because we'll get that. And then there's these big cookies you can get that are shaped like a pig. Dude, every year we get a few of them. And like my sister even says, like okay, she had a bad night last night. Like her son was able to reach the bag of conchas because we didn't get to do it last night with the hot cocoa and the conchas and everything. And like he pulled it down and he ate one and he gave the rest of it to the dog. And the dog ate all of it. He ate the pig cookie, which the pig cookie could be one of two things. There's a chance that it could be either gingerbread or a fig cookie. And like these things are like dude, I'm talking, these things are like this big. And they're shaped like a pig. And so she was like crushed. She called me in tears because it's like, bro, she's like, my husband is like basically my brother-in-law didn't understand. Like he got the pig cookie. Like that was like the cookie that like you really enjoy every year because it's always like either nice and crisp or just that perfect chewiness. But like I mean, she was like so crushed this morning. I surprised her with conchas. Like I as soon as she got up, I ran over there with like conchas that were fresh baked this morning, as well as a pig cookie. But I'm telling you, dude, the pig cookie, you sit down and eat it. Oh, so good, so good. Like at first, the first time I had it, I was like, I don't know if I like it, but I took to it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So
you were the rescue.
Yeah. I did. Cookies. Like I said, I didn't get to have the cocoa last night either, because we were gonna do it when we got home. But like everybody was so tired because yesterday was a full day at my sister's.
Yeah, dude.
So we went and had it this morning.
The whole running around,
and then we played some board games while we had it. It was pretty fun.
You know what? There is actually one more tradition that I forgot to mention.
What's up?
Watching A Christmas Story.
Bro, I did not watch that this year, and I'm very surprised. Like
You'll Shoot Your Eye Out.
Yeah. Dude, I can't tell you how many times I get gifts themed to that. Because I used to watch it like so much as a kid, and I haven't watched it this year. I still can't. I think it's on HBO Max. I need to watch that.
And my niece is so depressed because like we have a whole trivia game for it, and she's been trying to get us to play it every year. And once again this year, my brother and my sister, they're like, "Oh yeah, you're watching the movie. You're prepping for the game, right?" So she's already thinking like, "Hey, we're actually gonna play," and no, didn't happen.
I thought you were gonna tell me like, I honestly, the way that story was going, I thought you were gonna say you basically that you've seen it so much that you like cleaned up, you knew all the answers.
Oh, dude, no, man, they go like hard in those questions, like straight up, like what is the department store they go to go see Santa and everything,
dude.
Like they go hard in it.
Speaking of which, like I got, you know that game Headbands? You got like the little headband, you got to guess the card. I got my youngest daughter the Harry Potter version of that, and we sat down to play it. Bro, I shit you, this is intended for kids, and there's sifs there, and I'm like, they're like, oh, what spell are you? And it's like, I went through all the spells that you would know off the top of your head, and it's like, no, that's not it. It's this spell that you've never freaking heard of. I'm like, are you kids are supposed to play this? Are you serious? And it's based off the movies. It's not based off the books. So there's like so much stuff that like there's one
time the spell's ever cast.
Like for real, I'm sitting there and like she's like, well, there was more spells than that. I was like, yeah, but the spells that I mentioned are the spells that they use in the movies like multiple fucking times. Like I don't know, but they get even with the characters. Like I mean, the characters, it's not at least from what I saw, it's not difficult. It's the ones that you would kind of figure. I was so stupid with mine. I was like, am I a student? They're like, yeah. And I was like, and I started like going off for all the classes. My dumb ass was running circles. I was Harry Potter the whole goddamn time.
Oh
I
my
used so many
God.
turns on it. Afterwards, I was like, I feel like a fucking idiot. But it was a lot of, it was hard, but it was a lot of fun. Because like there
No,
were
I
some
mean,
that were like,
yeah.
all right, we actually threw spells out. Like if anybody got spells, they immediately got a new card. Because it's like there were so many, and like you can't, because like you have these potions. They're these little cards, and or they're shaped like a potion, and that would be, it would be like a acted out or rhyme it. And all I had was acted out, and like actually no, my youngest daughter, she's like I only have acted out. Can I use that? And this is why I was like, I have acted out, and I didn't want to do it because like. So she's like, yeah. I said, here, give me the potion, and like if she guesses it, I would get to keep the potion. So she's like, act it out, and I was like, like like the flicking the wand, like she like it's like she's already got it. She already knows it's a spell, and she's looking at me like, are you serious? Like that's my guess. It's like, I mean, it's a spell. I'm acting it out. Like she got so mad. It was hilarious. Sorry, that was a little side side story there.
You're good. That's fucked up though. Just act out. Here you go.
Just a swish and a flick.
Oh, is that oh God.
Guardian Leviosa.
Yeah.
It's Leviosa.
Leviosa. All right. But as far as like any other type of traditions that we had, like we used to do like the whole like baking sweets out the wazoo. Don't really do that anymore, just because there's not as many mouths at the house, so don't need it.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, it's about the same here. Like that's about it. Like we did some sweets when we were younger. Me and my sister. But nowadays it hasn't been as much. My sister did cookies this year. They turned out really well. She did like some butterscotch cookies, some chocolate chip cookies. Her and my mom actually wanted to do butter cookies, and I'll tell you, I always say this. I think butter cookies are difficult because if you fuck up, they become sugar cookies. It's a very thin line. And so my mom, when they both had the same problem, is they make bread a lot, so they have self-rising flour. That's not good cookie. That's not good for cookies. And so my mom went to go make butter cookies. They turned out to be cake sugar cookies. It's like they were like all fluffed up, and I was like, I don't care. I'm still gonna fucking eat them. They're pretty good. And my sister's cookies turned out really well. And then they did the whole thing for my nephew with like setting out the cookies and milk, and by the time they remembered, hey, look, Santa came, look, the cookies and milk are gone, he was already tearing through gifts. Like, dude, he had a lot of fun. But it was a good Christmas this year for sure.
By the way, Dallas is saying "beautiful beard."
Thank you.
Oh, whoa. And then Nick is saying, Josh.
What's up, dude?
That's all you get. Yeah, that's all you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Anyways, I guess we can go into the Japanese traditions that they have.
And I do want to say, getting into the Japanese traditions, one of them I was right about, but I wasn't 100% sure how. Like, I mean, because I mentioned to you about like how when we watched Drop, they had cake on Christmas.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I watched. I've pulling from multiple sources. Like we're talking. I've watched different videos. I've read multiple articles, and it's unanimous that we're actually seen as weird for not having cake on Christmas, and it's usually a strawberry or a strawberry shortcake that's eaten. Yeah. So, and I'll say, if you've seen what those look like, they look really good. They always have like some sort of scenery on top. They look so freaking good.
No, yeah. I saw that, and I don't know. I thought the weirdest thing is that like Christmas is more of like it's not a family thing. It's a couple holiday type thing.
Which here's what's funny. Just a quick side thing. I saw multiple things that were saying that they do this on Christmas Eve. But what's funny is I saw somebody who's grown up in Japan flat out said that not a lot of people know which day Christmas is. Some people actually celebrate it on the 24th. And then, because they don't know. I mean, so that's why I was like, so Christmas is, I guess you could say, somewhat new. Yes, I mean, yes and no, somewhat new. Well,
yeah, because it became majorly commercialized in Japan around the 70s.
Actually,
a part of the KFC thing.
Actually, goes back before that, 1922.
Okay, well, I remember the KFC thing was the 70s.
Yeah. Which
it didn't really. And it's not about the religion. It's just.
Yeah, it has
just there for the gifts.
Nothing to do with religion whatsoever. Yeah, there's no religious ties whatsoever. It's just a magical holiday. I think is the wording that I saw used. But you were right. Like, I mean, hearing that it is a romantic holiday, I was kind of like, and apparently it's more romantic than Valentine's Day. Yeah, they celebrate Valentine's Day, and it said that Christmas Eve is considered to be more romantic than and there's actually a couple reasons, and I actually jotted it down. One of them is
all the lights and everything.
There's the lights and everything, but back in 1982, some people say it tracks back to 1982 when a song came out called "My Lover Is Santa Claus" topped the charts in Japan. So some people say that it dates back to that. Other people say that it's because it's the love and joy surrounding the holiday. Other people say that it's the song. So that was actually kind of interesting to find out.
I'd rather not have Santa as my lover. That's all I got to say about that.
I mean, endless supply of gifts.
But I mean, he do give gifts though. He do give gifts.
You're going to be giving that candy cane, too.
Oh, God. Speaking of that, real quick, I know it's a major side tangent, and it has nothing to do about what we're talking about, but have you seen how Santa's on Tarkov right now?
No, I have not.
Yeah, there's a scav that is dressed up as Santa that actually gives out gifts.
For real? That's hilarious.
He'll wave you to come over.
I'm actually
toss them on the floor for you.
I'm surprised about that. Because doesn't Tarkov take place in Russia?
Yeah.
But doesn't Russia not have Santa? They have something else? It's like Father Winter or something like that. This dude that's like all like wearing like this all blue robes has this giant fucking staff. Hold on, let me get the exact.
That might be the Yule something.
They have Father Frost.
Father Frost.
Yeah, and he's got like these big blue robes and this giant staff. It's very like flashy because it's like instead of like the white, it's like silver and blue. And I mean the dude looks like an absolute unit.
I don't know, I guess they just decided to do it because the game is pretty worldwide and
that's my guess. Yeah,
majority.
I mean, they did have
the world does recognize Santa.
They did in the previous years have like the ornaments that you had to get for the
Christmas tree and everything.
So yep, that's pretty cool.
Anyways, back on track. So yeah, in the 70s, KFC with a major commercial came out as the with the biggest little holiday scheme to get dinner out to you, a chicken dinner, a fried chicken dinner. It was like, what was it? Basically $10 US, but it was like 1,000 yen or something like that. Something maybe.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't pick up. But I said yeah. I said yeah.
But anyways, that became such a big hit that it is now damn near every year. That is the Christmas dinner. KFC. Or pizza.
You know what's tough? I've actually heard multiple stories as to how it started. There was that. There was a spokesman that was there when they were trying to bring KFC over to Japan, and when they struck the deal and everything.
Dressed as Santa.
They there was that, but there was a different one. I'll let you tell that one. But there was he said he was asked if they have chicken for Christmas because he had been here for Christmas, and he had turkey, but he basically lied and said yes to having chicken, that us in America have chicken on Christmas. So it was like,
I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah, but it's weird because I actually I'm trying to remember where I saw this interview, because he even said, like, I lied about it. Like, I knew that they had turkey, but I said yes because he wanted to sell chicken, So, but yeah, I did hear the one about you were saying about was the kindergarten?
No, just the Colonel was dressed as Santa.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, they do that every year. I thought you were going. So there was another story about how a kindergarten representative came into a KFC, and they said, "We will order KFC for our school if you deliver it dressed as Santa Claus," and so they did. And that was one way that supposedly that started the tradition. Like, dude, there's so many people, there's so many stories. It's like, all right, we're gonna need y'all to pick one and stick to it. Like, dude, I kept hearing all these different stories. I was like, okay,
origin. What is your origin story?
And I did hear about the pizza. I was watching some videos a bit ago because I had some downtime. I was like, I'll do a little bit of refreshing, see if there's anything else that I can add to the list. And I did see the pizza as well. What I didn't know is how expensive pizza was in Japan. That it's considered, a Western dish. Like, could you? Okay, let's put it like this: they spend anywhere from $25 to $40 on a large pizza. I hear that and I'm like, So
yeah, for
the equivalent of you guys getting a large pizza is the equivalent of us getting sushi. like we got to break the bank for sushi sometimes, dude. So I don't know, it's kind of funny to hear that. It's like how messed up it is. Like, can you imagine like ordering like Domino's and for one pizza you spent $40? I couldn't fucking do it. I couldn't do it.
But yeah, it's supposed to be like, basically, pizza is a special occasion type thing.
I can see that.
Special occasion and special events over there.
Man, I wonder what they do for if they win Little League games. I'm kidding. There's a lot they would probably do. I'm just kidding, because like it's such a standard over here. Like, it's like pizza is like so cheap that's what you do for large groups. Yep. It's like, we just got like 30 pizzas. It's like over there, it's like, you're that rich. It's like, dude, Little Caesars, bro.
Like, for real, hot and ready, let's go.
It's like $5, dude. You're set.
Let's see. I'm trying to think about what else. There's the couples thing. Oh, another one. It's roughly only one present from the parents.
I didn't know that.
Yep. It's typically one present. Because, here we'll have like, get the kids like a good old nice stack of gifts type thing. Nope, just one over there.
I saw that recently as well. It wasn't Japan per se. It was another friend from out of the country who didn't. You saw the same thing, that it wasn't like a massive amount of gifts. It was a decent amount. I mean, it wasn't like breaking the bank, and it wasn't anything bad either. It was really cool.
Yeah, it's getting like the one thing that they really want, and then that was it.
This just goes to show our first world problems over here when we got like 30 gifts for one kid. Like, oh, it's so bad. But like, I'm somebody who's over. I'm more of a quality over quantity.
Mm-hmm.
So, I did see. Let's see, what was it? I wanted to talk about. Apparently, Beethoven's Ninth Symphony plays a lot around this time of year too. I actually saw that and I was like, that's pretty interesting. I wouldn't have thought that, but yeah, that's a song that like I'm kind of thinking that's their equivalent of Mariah Carey's fucking was it Merry Christmas or whatever. Like, dude, that song is so bad, dude. Oh my god,
Hear that.
like, dude, like we were celebrating yesterday and like my daughter put on like Christmas music on my sister's Alexa and it played the Mariah Carey song 3 times and I turned and I said, all right, it's Christmas, I get it. I said once was enough though. We're on 3 times on this. I'm about to put on something that ain't Christmas in about 2 seconds if that plays again. Like,
fuck yeah, dude. Like, that shit gets so old. Like, just in general, me personally, just because, once again, where I work, I don't listen to Christmas music if I don't have to.
I mean, I try. Dude, I'm right there with you. I'm the same way. I was saying in good spirits because I'm like, it's Christmas. Y'all are celebrating. Enjoy the music. And then Mariah Carey played the 3rd time. I was like, if it plays one more goddamn time, I'm gonna kick Alexa in the face. like you're doing this on purpose, bitch.
There's no repeat. It better not be on.
Like, I mean, there's like how many different like Christmas songs are there out there? And like it plays that 3 times. 3 times. Oh my god.
Yep.
So, but you did kind of touch the Christmas lights a bit. Like I actually saw a lot of like they refer to it as like what was it? Illuminations. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you, some of that had to take a lot of work. Like we're talking like entire trees and branches like covered in lights, entire pathways. Like some of them had like these like interesting like decorations that were up in the air, like the way they were like I went around looking at multiple different because I wanted to have an idea of what I was looking at, and dude, there was so many. It was like, oh my god, there was a lot. It was pretty impressive. Like, I mean, we usually have stuff like that here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
At least by me. But it's usually one of those, you know, you drive through, like it's a set pathway that you drive through in your car, and you get to look at all the and it's usually like depends on what city that you visit that does that, but they'll have like this whole like you'll drive and just look at all the different lights they had set up. I don't know if they did it this year, but I didn't see as many people. I'm looking at some
pictures on and damn.
Yeah, you see, they put a lot into that shit. I was like, damn.
That's a hefty electric bill right there.
But you can see obviously why something like that would be like, well, going back to the how it's seen romantic yeah. How like a stroll through the illuminations as they referred to it as would be romantic. That's quite a sight to just just walk and talk and take in the sight. Like that's definitely pretty cool looking.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I also saw the I don't know if was there more you wanted to say on that?
No, I mean I'm already basically at my 5.
Oh. One thing I saw,
like you said, there's only like 7, yeah.
Yeah. I mean I was jotting down little notes like as I was going through stuff because like I was like I actually started typing in like the history on some of the stuff. Like I actually see that the strawberry shortcake or the Christmas cake actually dates back to 1922. Which it was started by Fujiya Confectionery Manufacturer. Yeah. So I got like little notes like that and stuff down. But I mean, I was just like anything that I was seeing that was like of interest. One of the things though was the Christmas markets, like the markets that were dedicated to like Christmas stuff.
American markets as well.
Yeah. I didn't see much on the American markets. I mean, I saw a lot on the Christmas markets though. So
yeah, they had some like American markets that were like heavy Christmas themed during that time of the year as well.
Mm-hmm.
But it had more like just Western style stuff. That's all.
Yeah,
just Western Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny.
That's all it was.
I actually brought the Christmas markets up to my mom, and she's like, "We got Christmas markets here." I said, "Mom, the only Christmas markets we have are usually for the kindergarten, or like usually for the elementary, and it's those stupid little Christmas markets where you spend an arm and a leg, and you get something that breaks as soon as you put it in the damn bag." Like I don't know if you had those in school. Like the Santa's workshop or corner or whatever, yes. Or stuff like that, where they would like, oh, we'll wrap it for you, and then they put it in this little bag and the like seals shut, and it's like, oh, that's how I'm giving it, just a loose Ziploc looking bag, okay. I mean, I knock it, yep. But like it was funny because my daughter was given money. Okay, it wasn't funny. It was sweet. When she was in, I think it was like 3rd grade. She was given money and she was told she can go get herself something. And she chose to go get me a screwdriver. And I was like, I'll be honest, it was a shitty screwdriver, but but it meant a lot to me because she could have bought anything she wanted for herself and she got me a screwdriver. And I used that screwdriver even though I had to put Stanley bits in it so it actually could do something with it. So it became a grip for screwdriver bits. Because those bits would strip so easy. They were so shit. but it meant a lot. It was cool. Okay.
All right, very nice, very nice. Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. From what I saw with the Christmas markets, it was some of the stuff was pretty cool looking. Like, I mean, it looked like a lot of handmade stuff too. And I'm like, that's got to be like really cool. With some of that stuff.
I didn't see that one though.
Well, I mean, it wasn't like super detailed what I saw, but like you would see like they would pan down like some of the shop fronts and like they would have like these like almost look like carts, and then like they'd have like the stuff like laid out, kind of like I don't know if they do it in your mall, like the center like walk, like you got like 2 sides in your mall, like people going one way, other people going the other way, and they usually have like the little stores and the carts in the center.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Okay.
But it was like handmade stuff that were all around it.
Okay.
And it didn't look like it was pressured sales. Quite like they would.
I did have one more thing, which was about the KFC.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
The premium dinner, which comes with the salad. It comes with the chicken. Comes with the cake. It's $70.
You're a shit,
US.
dude. I'm telling you, KFC's like, that's why we're not getting the good shit over here anymore. You know that? They probably got the Twister wrap. Do you remember that? The Twister wrap? That shit was good. They used to have a wrap at KFC, and like, I don't know what sauce they used, but they had like, it was some chicken, like 3 pieces of like, it was like chicken fingers. And then they had like, lettuce and some other stuff in there. And it was this wrap. And it was really good. I bet you they took it over there because they fucking make money over there. And they probably don't make as much from us as they do them. They were like, hey, Christmas. Hey, $70. It's a deal. Take it.
Yeah. And I don't know if you've ever seen the YouTube channel Abroad in Japan.
I might have. That sounds familiar.
It's the British guy. I think his name's Chris Broad.
Yeah, I have seen some of it. I haven't watched too much of it, but I have seen some of it.
He had a video about him actually going and getting the KFC. It comes in the tub, but the chicken's frozen. You have to microwave it.
Oh, that makes sense.
And it really didn't look all that good, I gotta say. It really looked very lackluster for $70.
They've got to have some that's cooked though, right? They probably have like, I mean, like that's probably like the premium, like the already hot and ready. Because like I did see, like I was watching
still for $70 for that.
Oh god, dude. Oh, like if I'm paying $70, that shit better be cooked, ready to go. Like I wanted to pick it up and be like, ooh, that's hot, and burn my finger on the damn thing. Like, I mean, I want that cake better look like you just pulled that thing out the goddamn oven and fucking frosted the bitch. Like,
and it was a chocolate cake in it. It wasn't the
really
strawberry.
Really, yeah. Because I was seeing that a lot that were well. Some people say cake. Like there were some that were saying that they have cake
Just
on
cake
Christmas,
in general.
and then some that were saying that they have strawberry. Although I did say one video where the lady was like, I think she said food, but the captions picked it up like she said fruit because she had a heavy accent, and she was basically saying like one of the fruits that they eat on Christmas is KFC, and I was like, I love picking me some KFC off the tree. I was like. I fucking lost it, dude. Anyways, but no, but the same video, the lady did mention that people order their chicken in advance. So when you mention that it's frozen, that actually makes more sense. Because I'm sitting there thinking in my head, like, I'm used to KFC how we have it. So I'm sitting there thinking, like, man, they're back there cooking the shit. But it's like, why would I buy it from you in advance if it's not going to be hot on Christmas Day? Like, dude, like, you can't have KFC day old without that crispiness to it, you know? That's if you get, which I would assume they got crispy chicken.
No, the premium is just like fried, not fried, it's like grilled rotisserie chicken type.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I saw one person that was talking about what they do in Japan. And this is the one dude that I mentioned that said he grew up there. They have chicken. They don't have KFC. They had teriyaki chicken, and like this shit looked good, dude. Like it was like this big ass fucking leg that he showed, and it was like it looked like perfectly cooked and everything. It was like the way it was plated, it looked nice. Like I don't mean like they just slopped it on a plate. Like it was set on the plate to look nice. And I'm like, dude,
presentation and all.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm sitting there like, dude, I would have looked so terrible. The American in me would have came out and I would have like just destroyed that son of a bitch. Like I was hungry when I saw this too. I was like, I need to get dinner now. Like, I think I'm gonna get some KFC. No, I'm just kidding.
But that KFC teriyaki style.
But thanks to all this research, I will be having KFC before the week is out. I'm gonna get a bucket of extra crispy, and that shit ain't gonna be frozen. And I guarantee it ain't gonna be $70 fucking. But I wouldn't say no to it if it had cake. I'm kidding. They don't even have desserts there, I don't think. Not anymore. I think they did at one point, but I don't think they do anymore.
Dude, I cannot tell you the last time I've been to KFC.
I bet you won't get some. No, I'm just kidding. Like I know
I've always been more of a churches person because they're biscuits.
We don't have churches here. I mean, for us, we have KFC, Popeyes. We have Brown's Chicken. I don't know if you have that. That's really good, dude. Okay, hear what I have to say. It's gonna sound really fucking gross, but we get deep fried chicken livers. It sounds fucking gross, but there's this sauce that you dip it in, and it's actually pretty good. Okay, trust me, I fucking hate liver and onions. I hate it with a passion. My mom growing up always gave me liver and onions, but I'm telling you, it's the saltiness with it. It's actually not bad, but I can only eat so much. Once it starts cooling down, no, I'm done. It's gross. After you start tasting liver, ugh. Okay. Probably can't taste it because you're burning your taste buds off because it's so hot out the oil.
I think on that note, I'm gonna call it there.
That's all I have. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to keep
You're
going.
Good. No, that just I'm not hungry for anything. I'm not hungry for KFC. I'm not hungry for anything right now. Thank you.
I guarantee if somebody put a bucket of extra crispy in front of you, you're gonna tear that bitch. Tell me you wouldn't.
No, I'm good. I had ham.
Fucking liar. Oh yeah, you got your KF ham. That was a horrible joke. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That was so bad. Kentucky Fried Ham.
Anyways, I know this is coming out after Christmas because it's being recorded after Christmas, but either way, hope y'all had a great Christmas and a Happy New Year. Other than that, My name is once again Shawnee095. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Shawnee095.
I'm zombie_jaw. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter under the same handle.
And if you wish to listen to podcasts on podcast format, you may listen anywhere you get your podcasts. Just look up Caffeinated Weebs Podcast, all one word. And if you wish to watch us live, you can watch us live on Twitch at Caffeinated Weebs Podcast, all one word.
Oh, you can find us at r/Caffeinated Weebs on Reddit, where you can leave a comment, give us recommendations, throw in some memes, tell us how awesome Sean's dreads look for Christmas this year. That's all I can think of, yeah.
You can find the podcast on Twitter at Caffeinated... No, it's Weebs Podcast, fuck. And YouTube is Caffeinated Weebs. Yeah, I think that's about it. Either way, we will be back next Sunday. Or not next Sunday, I think. The Sunday after, maybe. No, next Sunday, yeah, right?
Are we going the first or no?
I don't think it's the first. I think it's the second, technically. But either way, we'll figure that out.
Well, yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It'll be on Twitter. All right, guys. Y'all have a good night. See y'all later. Bye.
Bye. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Eat some KFC.